I picked this title for this video for a specific reason. I'm gonna have a sequel to it, or rather the conclusion of what's going on right now, and that is going to be titled exactly what you would expect it to be: win stupid prizes. So the stupid games part comes from the fact that on April 20th I decided to do a show on May 31st. Today is May 2nd. Sorry, May 3rd. So that gives me exactly 6 weeks of contest prep. I wasn't in contest prep at all. I was eating lower than normal calories. I was doing cardio only twice a week. Saturday, Sunday is my regular weekend cardio. But it was a really stupid decision, hence the play stupid games part. I decided to do a show in 6 weeks. So what that meant was I get to do cardio twice a day. Once after the gym, about 20 minutes at least. The other part, second part, is in the afternoons or evenings, at least 30 minutes. And it will definitely keep increasing over the next few weeks. For any logical person that does a reasonable amount of contest prep, I'm not talking about the ones that do like 20 weeks, 30 weeks, regular 12-week prep person, that would be the ending part of their diet and contest prep. In my case, it's the part of contest prep. Either way, so cardio twice a day, regular workouts. Actually, I do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays are regular, relatively higher rep, 12 to 15 workouts. Thursdays, Fridays are lower, upper strength workouts, 8 up to 10 reps, but that's it. Or, of course, the big change is in the food of what I'm eating, rather what I'm not eating. This week, I had my calories at about 1400. Then, and when you consider the fact that 6 weeks doesn't really give me any time to do experimentation or expect the fat loss to stall and make adjustments, see if it starts again. I don't really have the luxury of waiting for that or checking for that. So every week I will keep decreasing the calories. But yeah, that's what I have to do. So I started at 1400 calories. Or no, I started at 1300 calories. This second week I dropped it to 1200. So I've been coasting around 11 to 1200 calories every day. I haven't really passed it. In fact, I'm barely hitting it most days just because of the fact that I'm overly paranoid now. Even though I haven't really signed up for the show, the fact that I put my mind into it, I have to get ready. So this is going to be Mid-Florida Classic, May 31st in Orlando. I'll have to fly over there on Thursday evening, get settled. Thankfully, it's close to. Thankfully, it's close to my parents' house, so I can just stay there, not have to worry about the hotel. All I gotta worry about is the tanning and the show fees and the NPC fee, of course. My last show was in 2021. Yes, Europa 21. It's been 4 years. So every year I kept delaying it, saying, well, I'll do it next year. I'm too busy. But here we go. We are doing it. So my meals are wake up at 5, have half a scoop of protein powder, have one rice cake with sugar-free jam on it, go work out, come back home, get dressed. On the way to work, I have a full scoop protein shake with, as my carbs, I could do rice cakes, but I am doing Chex cereal in my shake, not blended. I just dump them in there, about I think 20 grams total. Then around 10 o'clock, I have my breakfast, which is either 200 grams of egg whites with one egg, with onions and broccoli, or 250 grams of egg whites with, again, onions and broccoli. Then around 1 o'clock, I have my lunch, which is 200, about 200 grams of salad, which is the salad mix you get from Publix or GFS, with four ounces of, it would be like 4 ounces of raw chicken or very lean meat. So I do 3.5 to 3.6 ounces cooked. That gets me approximately there. Let's say 6:30 to 7 is my dinner, which is almost identical to my lunch, except since I'm home, the meat is actually warmed up in the microwave as opposed to just eating it cold in the salad. I still eat it in the salad, it's just warm. Then before bed, maybe 8:30 to 9 o'clock, is one scoop of protein powder and 100 to 150 grams of cottage cheese or fat-free Greek yogurt. That's it. So that gives me about, my arm is really tired. That gives me about 170 to 190 protein, 20 fat, and I think 30 to 35 grams of carbs, which is mostly coming from the Chex cereal. But that's about it. When I'm doing a contest prep, or when I am doing a planned contest prep, it's usually, I still plan on 8 to 10 weeks. And then the last 2 weeks, I used to really dial in if I'm still a little bit, if I'm not lean enough, like I kind of cut my food more at the cardio. Like I said, this time I really don't have any buffer for experimentation. What I am doing though is, unlike previous times, I am not taking carbs out. At least I'm keeping my pre-workout and post-workout carbs. I have no problem being on carbs or no carbs. My weight loss, unfortunately, I realized lately, isn't really being that much affected by lack of carbs, which is really sad. Yeah, actually, before this contest prep started, I was working on trying to just get into ketosis, see if I can actually start losing weight without having to do cardio all the time, without having to drop my calories below like 1500 calories. But nothing. I have the Keto Mojo. I was checking my ketones every day. The most I was able to get was like 0.5, as opposed to people saying, oh, they're at like 2, 3. No, the most I got was 0.5 once after doing it multiple weeks. I've done full carnivore, zero carb. I've done zero carb, zero fat. I've done zero carb, high fat, lower protein. None of them got me into ketosis. I've been able to do it. My blood sugar was about 100 when I woke up without eating anything. So my last meal would be at like 8, 9 at night. I wake up at 6 in the morning, 100 blood sugar. Go for a run, come back, 120 blood sugar. All eating no carbs. So, and I also was not seeing really any change in weight loss. Performance wise, I did notice the lack of carbs very, very slightly. So instead of doing 15 reps, I was getting winded at like 12, which isn't a big deal. Regardless, also because of the fact that I don't have any time to play, well, I say games, but I am, as I said, this is about playing stupid games. I don't have time to play figuring stuff out games. I'm not going to cut the carbs. I will leave everything. I'm just going to pull all the calories down. So if I'm dropping calories, I'll drop by like 10% of total calories. I will keep protein to not go below 160. Because at the end of the day, I'm off season. I keep around 170 pounds. My lowest contest weight has been like 164, 165. So it's not like I'm a super huge guy. Okay, it's been 40 minutes. I'm gonna go back. I tried to avoid this. At least I can use my other hand now. Completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, protein. So I'll keep my protein at 170 minimum and then start pulling my carbs and fats down. There can be a time where I end up with just chicken breasts and egg whites all day. We'll see. Hopefully it won't come to that. I've done it before. Not really good. What you do feel is it feels as if your skin or your muscle is being peeled off. Kind of like you're eating jerky. Think of your muscle as jerky and you're just peeling it off. I know it may sound gross, but that's how it feels. So, like I said, the sequel to this video, which is going to happen, I'll probably make it June 1st or 2nd after the show, is going to be called Win Stupid Prizes. So, as the whole series, it will be play stupid games, win stupid prizes. So in my case, the prize of being able to compete, get in show ready condition. I don't think nor expect to be in my leanness level of my last show, which was in Europa 2021. But I think I will be in contest shape. By the way, I'm not completely out of shape. Like year round, I keep my abs. I just lose the veins on my abs. So they have started to come back. So I'm good. I haven't signed up for the show yet. I'll be waiting till 2 weeks out just in case I can make it. What I found that always helped me and still does is drinking coffee throughout the day. Caffeine's never been a problem for me. Before workouts, I drink coffee and I take 200 milligram caffeine pills. So 200 there plus whatever is in the coffee. So at least 300. Not really much difference. But if that's an issue, I would drink decaf coffee from salt. I don't know, some studies, or there's always studies coming up, or it's just inside the coffee that's keeping you full. But I find that it's filling my stomach so much, just like with liquid, but coffee, since it's not really super sweet, some of them are, it's just bloating me up, so I don't feel like eating much, even though mentally I'm hungry. I'm thinking, oh, I'm somewhat full. All weight just gives me, just helps me cope with hunger for a little bit more. But that's pretty much it. My intention was just to do a 30-minute walk leaving the house, and then 30 minutes back at most, finish it with 1 hour. Yesterday I did hour and a half, and my leg was on the ice pack all night. What I started getting lately, maybe for the last year, my right leg on the outside, I'm getting this pain when I'm doing any kind of leg exercise for my quads. And also for about the last month, on my left side, when I bend down to tie my shoe, put my sock on, when I'm sitting down, just if I bend my left leg, my left knee, behind the knee, is hurting, as if it's like pinching almost, or feeling swollen. And what I noticed yesterday, it felt swollen last night, like right here, I guess right behind my patella, up above my calf right here. In fact, I can feel it now. So I tried to avoid irritating it, but I was too late. I got sucked into talking on the camera, which helped me too, because it took the boredom away out of cardio. So now it's been 50 minutes and I'm now going back. So it'll be at least an hour and 45 minutes of cardio. And I'll be in pain all night. And just like my knee, my lower back was sore all night. Like, it woke me up at 2 in the morning from pain. In addition to that, there's a reason why it's called Play Stupid Games. You may have seen in my previous videos, I have severely herniated neck and back discs. My neck got so bad, like, over the years I've been getting injections. Last injection was in 2019, but out of the blue in January, my neck started so bad that my fingers started getting tingly and numb. So I went to physical therapy, which helped me a lot with my back. And right when we were working on my neck, I had another injection 2 weeks ago. Or was it last Monday? Last Monday. So I still deal with the fact that my right arm, from hand and arm, gets tingly and numb for a few seconds, mostly if I keep my neck in a certain position. So I really fit the part of playing stupid games by being the one stupid enough to play these games with almost, well, I'm 49. Most importantly, with all these injuries, without ever letting my body get to a point where my calories are even normal, or even at the level of a normal human being. That's like where people say 2,500 calories, 3,000 calories. No, 2,000 is usually my maintenance. I drop it to 17, 1,600 to start losing weight, and have to add the cardio for it to get going. And of course, this is the first time I started noticing my leg, my knee hurting when I'm walking. So we'll see how this works out for the next 4 weeks. And it started hurting a lot more that I had to slow down my walk. So this will definitely be a longer cardio than I intended.